Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, Trump is destroying the economy as we knew he would. He is also, though, tanking his presidency. His approval rating on the economy was already sinking before this, but it is bound to get worse after what's going on this week. And, many in the MAGA universe are not happy. So I have some really interesting Trump regrets to share with you at the end of this video. So be sure to stay tuned, stay to the end so you can see those. But here's the deal. As I'm sure everyone knows by now, the stock market dropped yesterday. It dropped even further today. It is down like 1,300 points, or that was the last I checked. And this is all because of Donald Trump's tariffs. So he placed a 25% tariff on Canadian and Mexican goods almost entirely. There were a few exclusions. And then he increased the Chinese import tariffs by another 10%. So all three of these countries are retaliating. And the Canadian premier named Doug Ford, he said that they are cutting off energy supplies to the US. So Ford said, quote, "I don't start a tariff war, but we're going to win this tariff war. If they want to try to annihilate Ontario, I will do everything, including cut off their energy, with a smile on my face. And I'm encouraging every other province to do the same. They rely on our energy. They need to feel the pain." So this is a big deal. Newsweek reported that according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, Canada is the largest source of American energy imports. In 2019, 59% of all crude oil imported into the U.S. came from Canada. And then they said in 2024, quote, "Canada provided more than 4 million barrels of oil to the U.S. per day, more than all the members of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries combined." So the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, they all fell off a cliff today. And economists were already warning of negative gross domestic product growth. In January, they said that the GDP expectation was that it was going to grow 2.3% in the first quarter. Last week, they updated that because the Atlanta Fed predicted a 1.5% contraction. So, huge shift. I mean, it went from plus 2.3 to negative 1.5. As of yesterday, it got even worse, though. As of yesterday, when Trump confirmed that, yeah, we are moving ahead with these tariffs, the Atlanta Fed predicted a negative 2.8 GDP. So more than a 5-point swing. Or actually, what is that? Yeah, about a 5-point swing combined, maybe 4, a little over 4. Since they, said, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's going to be, we're going to grow, we're going to keep growing. Or actually, no, that is more than 5%. So everyone's freaking out, and this includes Trump allies. So the conservative journalist Charles Cook, he wrote in the National Review, first of all, he referred to these tariffs as the quote unquote moronic tariffs. And then he wrote, quote, "Congress can stop this right now, literally right now, today. This morning, before lunch, in a matter of hours, the Constitution gives absolute control over tariffs to Congress. As such, any power that the president enjoys must be delegated. With one bill passed by veto-proof majorities, Congress could take back some or all of that power." Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Guy, but we tried to warn you about Congress and how they were ceding all of their power to Donald Trump. And then the Trump-loving Wall Street Journal, they also are not happy about this whole thing. So the editorial board published an article titled "Trump Takes the Dumbest Tariff Plunge." And then in the article, they wrote, quote, We've courted Mr. Trump's ire by calling the Mexico and Canada levies the dumbest in history, and we may have understated the point. Mr. Trump is whacking friends, not adversaries. His taxes will hit across or every cross-border transaction, and the North American vehicle market is so interconnected that some cars cross a border as many as 8 times as they're assembled. Mr. Trump also objected when we reported an analysis by the Anderson Economic Group that the 25% tariff will raise the cost of a full-sized SUV assembled in North America by $9,000 and a pickup truck by $8,000. Is this how the new Republican Party plans on helping working-class voters? So that was yesterday. Today, they published another article and they cited the International Chamber of Commerce, which is always pro-business, always right-leaning, if not hardcore right. And this group warned that Trump's tariffs risk throwing the world into a 1930s-style Great Depression. Newsweek also posted an article titled "Trump Session. Talk surges as U.S. economy could be rapidly shrinking." And then in that article, they cited a tweet by the chief economist at Moody's Analytics saying, quote, "The economy appears to be gagging on the uncertainty created by the haphazard economic policy making happening in D.C. Tariff wars, DOGE cuts to jobs and government programs and agencies, and deportations are sowing confusion, which puts a pall on investment, hiring, and spending. Lawmakers need to get it together soon, or the economy will go from gagging to choking." Chief economist at Redfin told Newsweek, quote, "Businesses that rely on imported goods will suffer and could even shutter. People will lose their jobs as a result. The price of imported everyday items like household goods, appliances, cars, and electronics will go up. Retaliatory tariffs will hurt American businesses that sell goods abroad." And analysts are telling Newsweek that if this inflation continues to rise, feds are going to raise the interest rates. So, the total opposite of what Donald Trump pretended that he was going to do in office. And this is just the latest hit to the economy, because at the end of February, ABC News reported that economists were warning of fear in the economy because of DOGE, because of job cuts, funding freezes, just the threat of tariffs at that point. And there was a Gallup poll that was conducted not too long ago, and it showed that Trump is underwater regarding the economy. So I've shared with you what they've said over on CNN, but in this Gallup poll, it showed 54% disapproval for his handling of the economy, only 42% approval rating. So one of the worst that he's ever had in regard to the economy. There was a similar outcome when Reuters Ipsos conducted a poll. So he is getting, in this Reuters Ipsos poll, close to Biden territory. That's how bad it is. When Biden left office, he had a 34% approval rating on the economy. Trump, in that same poll, now has 39%. And previously, in just the poll that they did, Reuters Ipsos, before that, he was at 43%. So he's already lost 4%. And this also, in this latest Reuters Ipsos poll, it showed only 33% of respondents think that the job and employment issue is headed in the right direction. 44% no, it's on the wrong track. They also asked them about the economy, whether that's on the right or wrong track, and the cost of living. 53% of the people who responded to this poll said the economy is on the wrong track. Only 30% said, oh no, it's improving. Who are these people? And then 64% said the cost of living is getting worse. 20% of brain dead people who have been in a coma apparently for the last 6 months, they're saying, oh no, it's getting better. Yeah, yeah. Cost of living getting better. And then, as I mentioned in the beginning, the Trump regrets are flying today. So one person posted, quote, yeah, I voted for Trump, but I never thought he'd be so foolish to actually move forward with 25% tariffs, given the well-documented history of how the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930 triggered the onset of the Great Depression. Another Twitter user tagged Trump and wrote, quote, you are such a disappointment. We all regret voting for you. We elected you because we thought you would be good for the economy and the market. You turned out to be an unmitigated disaster. No one thinks tariffs are a good idea except for you. Ask Buffett, Steve Cohen. Not sure why they mentioned Steve Cohen twice. Maybe it's just really important that you know. Or maybe there's two different guys named Steve Cohen. Who knows? Then another person replied to a post that showed the stock market losses today and everything tanking. And this person said, quote, the Trump slump. I regret my vote in its entirety. There were also some Reddit posts, some feedback and pushback. Most of them were Trump humpers. Most of them are the type that would lap up his cow dung ice cream that I talked about. But one conservative wrote, quote, this seems like a bad move by Trump. When we use tariffs as a bargaining chip to get border security or whatever seemed okay. Actually doing it is a whole other thing. What exactly are we asking for that Canada hasn't agreed to do? I'm all in on Team Trump, but this one feels wrong. And then another person posted, quote, these tariffs are dumb. Canada is an ally and a great trading partner. What happened to USMCA? The trading agreement that Trump put together with them. And then they went on to say, what happened to free trade and capitalism? This is one of the biggest self-inflicted wounds on the US in recent history. And then this one was really great. So I have a before and after. Right after the election, a contractor posted this on Reddit, quote, look, man, here's a hard truth you need to accept. There will be no substantial change in yours or anyone else's life based on whether Harris or Trump becomes president. It really does not matter. Let this nonsense go and enjoy your life. So, just giving a hard life lesson to someone, like, get over it. It's not a big deal that Trump won, right? So that's how it started. Here's how it's ending for this guy. Today, the same guy posted, quote, normally I am indifferent to who is president, but these tariffs are going to absolutely wreck me. I don't know what to do. This could end my career or kill the market by raising the price so much I can't find jobs. Big companies can eat this for a while. I can't. So what you're saying is that it did matter who won. Say it with me, everyone. Let's all say it together. Look, man, you need to accept this. You need to let this nonsense go and just enjoy your life. Who needs a career? Who needs a business? Maybe Trump will hire you. Yeah, maybe try getting a government job. I hear it's working out well for government employees nowadays. Anyway, I will let you all know when I hear more on this just genius businessman. I mean, genius level stuff here, right? The stable genius, the great businessman Donald Trump. Oh boy, did I have to hear that from my family who voted for him. Well, he's a smart businessman. Look at all he's done. This is what happens when you vote for a man who was handed almost a $500 million in money by his daddy. When you vote for a Nepo baby who was given everything in life, never actually had to truly work for it, and still managed to screw it up, still managed to go into bankruptcy, managed to bankrupt a casino, for Christ's sakes. The house always wins. Ever heard that? You have to be the biggest freaking moron on the planet to lose money as the owner of a casino and bankrupt it. That's who you all voted for. This is what you get. This is what happens. Good luck with that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.